Uh-oh. Here comes trouble.
Straight from Twin Town Sports Central, man. I put on my pants one leg at a time. Then I make gold podcasts. What's up, everybody? No cowbell joke here. It's Eric Grover, Daily News Sports Editor, and you've got the Grovcast. Yeah, it's a busy week around these parts. It's playoff time coming up, or it's already began for some teams, and for some teams, the season's over. Quite a whirlwind of events here going on, but a lot to talk about. Let's start with the NDSCS men's basketball team, which has dropped 2 straight. That's the first time I've been around to experience that kind of thing. They're on a losing streak. I can't believe it. Only fell 2 spots, though, in the national polls. They're clocking in at number 11. There's still a lot of fight in this team, and if this doesn't motivate them to get some playoff success, I don't know what will. So they look to finish up the season next Monday against Lake Region. That'll be a big game, and a last home game. Hope to see people out there. And I'd like to shout out to my main man, Jeremy Bontjes. Well done, sir. Well done. I hope you enjoy that one. That's a good memory that you'll have for the rest of your life. Knocking down the game-winning 3-point shot with 2 seconds to play from 28 feet. I even had to call Coach Ralph and ask him how far was it, because I wasn't quite sure. 28 feet is what we came up with, and number 1, Red River goes down. This is exactly the kind of boost that they need to charge into the playoffs. It's the type of win that they need to propel them to the state championship. I mean, let's face it, they just knocked off the undefeated best team in the state all year long. Why can't they win it all? I hope that they can keep this up. They got a big game here tonight, Thursday night, against Shanley on the road. That'll be their final regular season test before getting the EDC playoffs under the way. And Breck Wrestling is heading to West Central, back to West Central area this weekend, trying to send some guys to state. They got some dangerous Cowboys looking to make some noise at the Minnesota State Tournament. You got to start with the Erlinsons, you got Cole Prouse, you got Conrad Condos, and maybe a couple other guys who may sneak in there too. So good luck to them, and yeah, I think that's about it. Moving right along on the Grorcast. I can see that head bobbing a little bit. On the flow. Thanks for saying that. It's Miles Trump and Landon Kafka. Kafka. I forgot about that. We talked about that. Sorry to Landon's mother. I know she's listening, a dedicated Grovcast listener. Gentlemen, thank you for stopping by Apartment 4 tonight. How are you guys doing?
Is that the number? That's why it's 4?
Yeah, it's 4.
I can see it.
It's good to know.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, so coming...
Now everybody
knows where I live. Well, which apartment? Number.
Apartment 4.
Apartment 4.
Somewhere.
30 pizzas to your doorstep.
So, I was here last night at my apartment, if you can believe it. It was 2 in the morning. I was going to sleep. Well, I was sleeping, and then all of a sudden I hear this knocking on the door, and I was like, who is this? And so I ignore it, and the knocking goes on for 2 minutes. It just... And I'm kind of freaked out, because I wasn't expecting anybody. It was 2 in the morning.
Did you have your shotgun?
You know what? I pulled out my 9.
Is this a ghost story?
No, it's not. But I do have a good ghost story, but I won't go into that. Anyway, to make a long story short, it was some weird dude, and he had like all these weird facial sores on his face.
This isn't true.
No, this honestly happened. And he's like, "Is Jenny here?" And I'm like, "What?" No, dude, there's no Jenny here. He's like, "Oh, okay, sorry." And he just like stumbles off. So If you're listening out there, man, I hope you found her. I hope you found her. Anyway, what's going on, guys? What do you want to talk about this week?
Not the All-Star game.
Not the All-Star game? Come on, why not?
We can talk about it.
Because it's so boring?
Yeah, I just have no interest in it, really. I watched the dunk contest.
Really?
Yeah.
With all those mediocre dunkers?
Also watch it just for...
Now that makes me surprised to hear you say that, because the dunk contest is probably the most boring part of All-Star
You
Weekend.
think so?
Oh, yeah.
It's the reverse. I think the dunk contest is the most... Well, the dunk contest and, like, the skills challenge I watch.
Yeah.
The game, the second night, I almost never watch.
At least with the All-Star game, you get the best players
Yeah,
to do
that's
it.
a good point.
And that's, I mean, isn't that the whole point of the All-Star
Right.
game? I mean, back in the day, it was Michael Jordan participating in the dunk contest. Now you get, guys coming off the bench that, just want some national TV time. You don't even get the best dunkers. LeBron has never done the dunk contest. You did get Dwight Howard, but he's more of a power dunker.
Yeah, Blake Griffin.
I think.
Yeah, Blake Griffin did
I think
it.
with the dunk contest,
But he's not doing it this year.
it's like $1 million. The winner gets $1 million. Then we'll see how awesome the dunk contest is.
I need to get me some of those Air Alert shoes. I'd start working on the calves. Maybe I could do the dunk contest next year. I could go for $1 million.
We need to ones with the pumps. The pump on the tongue.
And then we can lower the hoop to 7.5 feet.
And then maybe you can get it. No guarantees.
I used to practice my dunks on the 7.5-foot rim when I was a kid. There's nothing better than that.
What's the most memorable dunk that you've seen that sticks out in your mind of all the dunk contests you watched?
Vince Carter.
Yeah, Vince Carter for sure.
When Vince Carter redefined the dunk contest.
Yeah.
It hasn't been duplicated since.
There's actually moments in my life where Vince Carter is he's like a benchmark. He's a bookmark in my life. I remember multiple game-winning shots he hit. I remember when he jumped over the dude in the Olympics.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that is the best dunk of all time.
Yeah.
That is the best dunk of all time. When Vince Carter jumped over a 7-foot dude and just threw it down.
Yeah.
On the biggest stage in the world.
I remember that the same year the year we were talking about in the dunk contest, where he just hung his elbow and hung from the rim. And everyone was like, wait, what just happened?
And just the power and the smoothness.
Yeah.
And just the confidence. When he was up there, it was over before it even started. It was, I'm going to win this. I'm going to throw down 50s every time. And then he did.
And that's the thing. I don't even know who else competed in that dunk contest.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, a few years before that, for me, it was probably Isaiah Ryder in the East Bay Final.
When
the Timberwolves didn't have...
When he did the through the legs from the baseline?
Yes.
Yeah.
Timberwolves didn't have much to cheer about. He won the dunk contest.
I remember...
That was pretty sweet.
Desmond Mason from the Bucks was in the dunk contest one year. That was cool. I was like, yeah! And then, he lost. But...
Typical Bucks fashion.
Yeah.
What's up with Kevin Love being in the three-point contest, though? Not that I don't like it, I just think it's kind of weird.
Well, you tell me, Timberwolves fan.
No, he shoots a three. Brick.
Yeah, we're watching...
That was a live Kevin Love three. That was a clear brick.
It wasn't a brick, it was off the front rim.
Call it what you want, bro.
What's a brick? I thought a brick has to be like a back rim kind of chunky kind of thing.
What I consider a brick is just ugly. It's just ugly. But anyways, I'm glad that he's in it. Give the Timberwolves some more exposure. Give himself some more exposure.
I mean,
it seems weird to me.
He shoots the three at a pretty high percentage. So.
Yeah, for a big guy.
Yeah. So, I mean...
But you think, I don't know, who else is in it? Is JJ Redick in it?
I don't know.
I would assume a guy like him.
Maybe.
Since that's all he does.
Yeah. I mean, that's who I would assume would be in the three-point contest.
You know who I would put in this three-point contest?
Is
the ghost of Drazen Petrovic?
No, Steve Novak from the Knicks.
Yeah.
Marquette's own. A little Marquette shout out there. But yeah, that guy gets paid to shoot three-pointers. That's all that he does. He can't defend. He's 6'10", and that's it.
He's Kyle Korver.
Yeah, he's a tall Kyle Korver.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I actually always enjoyed the 3-point shooting contest more than the dunk contest because I don't know. I think it's what's harder. Is it harder to win a dunk contest or is it harder to win a 3-point shooting contest?
See, the thing I like about it, you're right. The thing I like about it is the creativity factor. Just that, I mean, it's you can only get so creative with some types of dunks, but I do like how people at least try to be more creative, even if they're missing. I remember Blake Griffin right away in his first dunk last year did this crazy 360. It's like the fastest 360 spin I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And he missed it, but just that miss alone was awesome to watch.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the dunk contest is going props and gimmicks. I don't like it. Like the whole car thing last year.
Was lame.
It was lame. And Kia, well, way to jump over a Kia. I'm sure you sold a couple of them. And you barely cleared it. You jumped over the hood.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wasn't impressive, and I'm not saying that I could do it because I couldn't. But I mean,
next week, see Grover out in the parking lot jumping in the cars.
Yeah. So he basically, I mean, how high is the hood of a car? Maybe 2.5 feet.
Give or take.
I mean, why not jump over a 5-foot guy like a Muggsy Bogues or a Spud Webb? Why not jump? Ooh.
Sorry, Timberwolves outburst.
The Wolves are coming back here.
Silent outburst.
Yeah. When you hear silence, that means we're intently watching the game.
This is hard to do. We're multitasking.
Grover, can you admit that the Timberwolves are exciting this year?
Yeah, they are good. I don't know that they stand a chance against the Thunder, though.
No.
Not too many teams do stand a chance against the Thunder.
We were talking about this just before we started recording, and before you got here, Miles. But do you think the Thunder really have what it takes to win the whole thing this year?
I do. Well, to get to the championship, I think they have what it takes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're better than the Heat, but I mean...
Are they better than the Bulls?
I don't know.
I'd take the Thunder over the Bulls.
It's tough. I think in a 7-game series, it goes to 7 games.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I've been watching the Thunder the past couple of nights, actually.
Because they're always on TV for some reason.
Yeah,
and they're always playing Dallas. Well, I think, was that tonight? I don't know.
They're always on TV now, though.
Dallas is awful, and they're always on TV because they won the NBA Finals, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
Because they're not any good.
Yeah, I looked at it like Kevin. If you look at their starting lineup, they have a solid starting lineup.
Yeah.
And Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook have like 150 points in the last 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
It's something insane.
Durant dropped 50 the other night.
Yeah, and he dropped 50 and Westbrook dropped 40 in 1 game.
Is Durant the best scorer since Kobe or the best scorer since Jordan? That's a pretty good question.
The thing about Kobe is that Kobe has that clutch aspect where, like, he could go games where he'd only score 20 or so points, but he might hit the game-winning shot. He's always the threat of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look at Durant, I just see, like, he just scores in so many different ways. He can post up, shoot,
He uses the glass.
Uses the glass. He can just, it's like he was just born to score. Where I see Kobe as more of, like, an all-around, just competitive, clutch basketball player, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It also seems like Kobe is always going to take 30 shots. You know what I mean? Like, there's not going to be he might score 20 a night, he might score 50 in one night, but it's always going to be, at least on 30 shots, if not more. Whereas Durant, he might not take that many shots, he might shoot a higher.
Yeah, but
his percentages are incredible this year. He's shooting over 50% from the field.
Yeah.
Like 40 from 3. Like, I think they said he's shooting 85% from the free throw line. When you get that, if you're taking 20 attempts a game with those kind of stats, you're going to score 30-some points a game.
But I think Durant is a complete player.
I think he is too. When I think of Kobe, though, I think of that clutch aspect. I think of all the times where Kobe's hit daggers and hit those game-winning shots.
He's got the killer instinct.
Yeah, he just has it.
How many years do you think Kobe has left? 2?
Yeah,
maybe?
not many.
At the most?
He's been in the league
3?
16 years, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's 34. I think that's right.
Well, he isn't gaining weight like Jordan did at the end of his career, so maybe
Jordan's getting fat.
He'll be able to play till he's like 42 or something.
I'm
it's
sure.
It's gonna be a sad day for me, anyways. When Colby is irrelevant, the year that he has to retire.
I don't think he'll ever be irrelevant.
Well, compared to what he is now.
Okay.
Less of a factor.
Yeah, when he just becomes a role player.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've liked him my entire life, even though I think he's probably a jerk in real life.
Probably.
Outside of real life, outside of the court.
Yeah,
But I've liked him my entire career, and I don't know. It'll be kind of a sad day, I think.
Well, gentlemen, it's time for our weekly Jeremy Lin update. This is a new feature that I just decided right now. And Carmelo is back. And the Knicks have lost two.
T-Wolves just hit an and one to tie the game. Possibly.
And the T-Wolves are going to beat Utah. Maybe. I don't know. This is bad timing. We probably should have waited until after this game is over.
But Knicks, Carmelo, win 2 losses.
Yeah. Are they coming back down to earth? I think that they are. I think...
Well, when you hype someone up to Pluto, they're probably going to have to come back a little bit.
You mean Pluto?
Yeah. Come back down to earth.
The not planet?
The not planet. When you hype someone that far up, they're going to come back a little bit eventually.
I don't know. I still think that they'll make... I think it was what we were talking about last week, where there's only one ball.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at you guys. You can't even focus right now. This is funny. Give our audience the respect that they deserve.
I'm talking about Jeremy Lin.
I think that...
They probably would rather hear a play-by-play of this awesome Timberwolves game with Derek Williams.
There's Derek Williams on the break.
He's going up to
got hand-checked.
Win the game here.
Derek Williams, frankly, needs more strength right there to finish at the rim.
Yeah, he kind of went up weak there.
That was a soft finish. He got hand-checked in the air. Come on.
But anyways, I think they'll probably just take some time, like people are saying, with Carmelo coming back, because he's used to taking his own shots. And now Jeremy Lin has to assume a different role.
Well, spring training has started, hasn't it?
The pitchers and catchers have reported.
The pitchers and catchers have reported. Who is your favorite to win it all right now?
The Minnesota Twins.
The Minnesota Twins? You're such a homer.
That's what I was going to say, too.
At least I'm realistic.
Who's your favorite to win, Grover?
The Angels, obviously.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You just got the best player of the generation.
Yeah.
And you frankly probably overpaid for him. But that's fine. Whatever.
What baseball superstar isn't overpaid for?
Yeah.
That's pretty much the way, though.
And anyway, what nobody's talking about is how they got C.J. Wilson from the Rangers.
Right, yeah.
The top pitcher available, too. So you throw that...
Right before they got Pujols, they signed C.J. Wilson.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the Angels are going to be really tough, and they play in a division with 4 teams, so they'll get in the playoffs easy. Who has the talent to match them? Oakland? No. Seattle? They're notorious choke artists.
Yeah.
And then, I guess they do play with Texas. Okay, never mind. I forgot about Texas. Oh,
they're
wait,
right.
But the Angels just stole the Rangers' best pitcher, so... And Josh Hamilton is off the wagon. so that's not good.
That could be a problem.
So I see the Angels cruising to the ALCS, and then, it's always a crapshoot from there, whether it's going to be the Yankees or the Red Sox.
I wonder how Pujols will perform now that he's
No, the Twins, what the Twins do is lose to the Yankees in the divisional series every year.
That's true.
That's got to be so frustrating for you guys.
We know.
Mildly frustrating.
Well, tell me about it.
We can never beat the Yankees. That's how I feel in my head.
Yeah.
That we can never, ever beat the New York Yankees in a game that matters.
Yeah.
I was at the sweep a couple years ago when it was the last game of the Dome, and then I was at the sweep when it was at the first time at the Target Field. So, watching the Yankees kick our ass is always good fun.
Oh yeah. It's the slow, pretty part. This one takes me back to middle school. That's how old I'm getting. Anyway. Yeah, that's going to do it for the Grovcast this week. I want to shout out to Miles and Landon for stopping by. Thanks for that conversation. Yeah, anyway. Good luck to all the boys and girls out there this week. Catch you next week on the Grorcast. Blah!